Had a very short night of sleep. Woke up, had a bit of breakfast, filtered some water. Now I'm just chilling out by the river right now because my buddy's still sleeping in his hammock. I would give this probably a 7 or 8 out of 10 in terms of trips that I've done. Just the ease of getting here. Like, it really is very beautiful here too. Like, a lot of people come here for day hiking. Really good privacy. Like, the privacy was pretty much the best part. After we crossed the river, we didn't see any people. Like, there's no hiking trails over here or anything. In terms of sleeping quality, I would definitely give it a lower mark, maybe like a 6 out of 10. The last few times I've been out, I've slept really well. And this time I didn't sleep as well. I guess just too many thoughts, too many like new things going on. Around 10, I guess I went in the tent. Thought I was gonna go to sleep. Took me a few hours to fall asleep for sure, over an hour. I found that as I laid in there, I was kind of just thinking about a lot of things pertaining to the situation. For one, it's like a stealth camping, so I mean, technically you're not supposed to be here. For a second thing, the park that we're in does have like a bear population, especially during the summertime. So that kind of factored into my psychology a little bit. The bear spray pretty much never left my side. And as I was looking at it in the tent, I noticed this little trigger guard actually glows in the dark. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so I got my bear spray here with my whistle, just in case. I think that I read somewhere that a whistle might startle a bear kind of thing. So if it's coming towards you, kind of curious, blow the whistle a few times really loud. That'll spook it. Maybe it'll just take off. You won't even have to use the bear spray. So anyways, needless to say, bear thoughts were entering my head a little bit. Eventually did fall asleep. Woke up around 2:30 to answer the call of nature. Went out and did that, and it was dark, man. Like, I could barely see my hand in front of my face, much less 5 feet away. So if there had been anything out there, I would not have known it, definitely. We're probably gonna chill out here for another hour or two, I would say. Like, the park doesn't even open for 2 more hours, so if we start wandering out early, it's obviously gonna be a tip-off. So I think we gotta chill here for a bit. But overall, I definitely think I would repeat an experience similar to this. If you're on the fence about the stealth camping, I say give it a go. Like, the reason I did it was just I wanted better privacy. I've done the car camping, I've done the backpacking to like traditional campgrounds, and every time I go, I'm just surrounded by people. So this time I just wanted something a little different. I wanted privacy, and I thought that this would be kind of a non-traditional way to get it. So yeah, it was good. Stealth camping gets the 2 thumbs up with the bear spray, of course. So this is where we camped. You can see in the distance that my tent is there. It's kind of a pastel blue color, bought locally at the Mountain Equipment Co-op. Great store. So I don't know, I think that from here obviously I can see it, but I know what I'm looking for. My buddy is actually in a hammock, which is pretty much invisible because it's sort of foliage colors, and he's got a camo tarp over top of it, so that shelter is pretty much invisible. You can see his head poking out there, but that shelter really disappears nicely, especially when it gets like low light conditions. But this is where we camp. This is the Westerly Shore. The hiking trails over on the east shore there. And we sort of crossed the river, had a look around to see what we could find. And it's nice and flat in here. So I'll take you back now, show you the campsite. Now, we were saying last night that, if we came here and there was like one of those little, wood posts with like a number 42 or something like that on it, this definitely felt like a campsite. Usually campsites are located pretty close to water. And then they got like some flat open area kind of deal. Do you want to say anything about your shelter?
Yeah.
Still waking up?
Yes.
It's pretty cool though. Alright, we'll talk about the shelter later. But yeah, that's the campsite. There's all my stuff there. This is definitely inspiring me to learn more about knots, I'll say that. So all my stuff kind of like laying on the ground, and all his stuff is like suspended from ropes and trees and stuff. Right after settling in yesterday, I noticed this debris shelter that somebody had built over here. And I thought that was so cool, you know? Like, obviously it's not complete. It looks like they sort of did the skeleton of it, but didn't really fill in, you know, the insulation. And there's no bed underneath, but I thought it was very clever how somebody used like a part of the landscape, a fallen tree, and they started to make a shelter out of it. I noticed it right away, like from, I don't know, probably back over there somewhere where the camp is. I just saw it and I said, hey, that's not natural. I would definitely like to try more shelter making in the future. And in fact, I think it would be really cool to build like a complex shelter. Well, definitely more complex than stacking like twigs around a fallen tree, but something that you could come back to and it would sort of be a recognizable spot for you. You know, I guess I'm getting more into the idea of stealth camping in general, but I also like having somewhere to practice your skills and things like that, and you definitely need privacy to do that. It looks like this was actually made using a saw. Like, it looks like the person sawed off the larger branches. I definitely took it as a good omen that somebody had been here before, but we haven't seen anybody since we've been here. We're just about to leave. You can see the site behind us here. Well, it's not really a site, but it's where we camp. And one of the basic principles about stealth camping is to leave no trace. So obviously we've taken all our garbage with us. We didn't cut down any trees or anything. The environment is basically the way we found it. So good experience. Stealth camping concluded.